afternoon. A game that finished 1-1.
And moan and moan and moan. But I've got nothing to moan about. It's only lasting a weekend for the Chelsea players. They've looked sharp, it has to be said.
It's a great goal from Palmer. João Pedro, who's already impressed with his pace in Chelsea. Chances just clean to shift it. For João Pedro, this
playing up top, centre forward, coming up against Leverkusen.
Chelsea won both games all the way in the Champions League 3 years ago. Now it's a heavy challenge on João Pedro. We were here on Friday with Paul Palmer. João Pedro slow to get back to his feet, but in a way for what is a pre-season friendly.
Yeah, you want to get fit, but there's another thing, if you're a striker.
João Pedro, after that challenge from Tomori, still visibly holding his low. Pedro Neto watched on from the sidelines as that's developing so well. What a delivery! What a start to his Chelsea career for João Pedro, as he scores a 5th goal in 5 games for Chelsea. They had high hopes for him, but did anyone expect he'd have an impact like this? 3 goals in the Club World Cup in America, 2 goals in 2 games now in these pre-season friendlies. João Pedro doubles Chelsea's lead.
And you know, if you're a centre forward, what do you want? You want people that seems to get to the byline with ease. And that man there's looking on, Delap, thinking, do you know, if I'd have been there, I would have scored that. But that's the point. You make sure that when your chance comes, you take.
Opening minutes.
I'm not sure it's another winger that Chelsea need.
Now João Pedro's up to mischief again. He's being dragged down by QBs, and the player who scored the own goal could be in trouble here. Referee Michael Salisbury is coming over. I think in a competitive game, there's no question he could be sent off for that. Will Michael Salisbury show some mixture? Oh my word!
High up, he's left on his own. That's why you have a back 3, an extra centre back. Really poor play by his teammates around him, who should be giving him some cover. They gave him none. He's turned there far too easily, and he can have absolutely no complaints about the decision, but he can have some complaints about his teammates.
Interception by Samuel Ritchie, but AC Milan can't hold on to the ball. Ritchie in again to try and win it. Fouls João Pedro. Another free kick within shooting range for Chelsea.
It's just interesting to see João Pedro players can do it. Delap will hold the ball up absolutely brilliantly. Considering the
heavy touch from Tomori. I mean, these are proper opponents they're up against, and they're making them look very ordinary.
The young man there, and everything's kind of went against him since he's come on, but that is a classic goal. And João Pedro, probably fair enough to not actually want it either. And he's left, as I say, he's left in his own there. That's really poor for his 2 centre-backs around him. However, the referee's been watched. He's been watched, but, you know, the FIFA, you know, people who, but he didn't really need to.
Yeah, in a competitive game, there's absolutely no question it's a deserved red.
When you watch him this afternoon with no help whatsoever around him, you get it. You absolutely get it.
It's Tomori, difficult return to Stamford Bridge so far for the central defender. Salamak.
But not flying forward as much as he sometimes does. Enzo as well. You know, he's okay, he's calm, he's relaxed. He's letting the other players up front do special things.
Enzo couldn't get it through to João Pedro. And that's going to be a free kick. Chelsea squad. He was the oldest player to play for the team in all of last season. He's only 27, which really...
When he comes back, he also knows he's going to take him out.
Here's João Pedro. Again, it's a professional foul. Samuel Ritchie just summing up the current ethos for AC Milan, which is just finding out them. I mean, he was turned inside out. He knew the only way to stop now. Tried to clear. This is Neto again. Superstar. Chelsea are back out. Doesn't look like they're going to make any change. Neto.
But you need to work hard when you're on the break.
Allegri, who celebrates his birthday tomorrow. He'll be 58. Always trying to drop into those little pockets of space. And Milan forced to play much deeper ever since they've cocked it to mess it up. And Chelsea continue their clean sheets in this pre-season. So, Nicely flicked on by João Pedro. Here's Cucurella for João Pedro. 5 goals in 5 games in his Chelsea career so far. Liam Delap, who made his first Stamford Bridge start for Chelsea here on Friday.